Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. So guys, today is the day we've all been waiting for. I just got back from Comic-Con about a week or so ago, and while I was there, I saw the Master Universe Mondo, She-Ra, and Swiftwind figures. Holy crap, everybody, that was in freaking incredible. We didn't know exactly when they were going to go on sale, but it was always being hinted at that they was going to come sooner or later. So, not too much to complain about in terms of its overall announcement. However, I do have to say that there are some little details that need to be, and we should definitely take a look at what options there are for this new Mondo release. So, without further ado, let's take a look at what was released on Mondo-Shop.com, because this one is really important to take a look at. Let's have a look, everybody. Over on their Instagram page, they posted up this wonderful photo. It is, of course, the Princess of Power herself. And wow, this is absolutely stunning, everybody. The announcement goes on to say Mondo News celebrates the 40th anniversary of the Princess of Power with Mondo's brand new Master Universe She-Ra Deluxe Swoop-In and 1/6 scale timed editions. And make sure to check out She-Ra Deluxe and Swiftwind bundle complete with exclusive extras like our first Master Universe chase figure. More details on that. Timed editions are available from August 5th at 11 a.m. Central Time. That's tomorrow, everybody. August through August 29th at 11 a.m. Central Time. That's a full nearly 25 days for this overall release, and I am super excited about that. See the whole collection now at motoshop.com, link in the bio. One thing I do have to say, I'm super excited that Mondo is celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Princess of Power. Let's be perfectly honest, guys. I don't think She-Ra's gotten the most love on her 40th birthday. I don't know what's going on. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but Mattel, for whatever reason, has not actually given us enough She-Ra, in my opinion. Mondo is now bringing it, and in a big way. So let's take a look at this wonderful 40th anniversary edition, because I am absolutely excited, everybody. Heading over to Mondo-Shop.com. That's right, doing a quick search for She-Ra and Swiftwind. We have 3 different options to grab the the new She-Ra Princess of Power, and of course Swiftwind, her loyal steed, and they each come in different price points. Now that's significant, and we're going to get into that very, very soon. But it should be noted that these are very specific in their overall releases, and they each have something very special for each release. Let's first take a look at the details for Swiftwind. There is Swiftwind, the loyal steed of She-Ra, a unicorn, winged unicorn, and we find out that there are actually more winged unicorns out there on Etheria. So this is absolutely amazing. It should be noted that Swiftwind 1/6 scale timed edition is up for pre-order for $599 starting tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. But the other thing to take up note is that this item only ships to selected countries, as you can see here. But more importantly, this item is subject to a tariff surcharge for U.S. customers. That is a bit difficult, and unfortunately, we won't actually know that until you actually get to the checkout phase. So be prepared, everybody. If you are in the U.S., you will be subject to an actual tariff. Reading up on this, it says, to celebrate the 40th anniversary of She-Ra, Princess of Power, with Swiftwind 1/6 scale figure featuring an incredible 54-inch wingspan, the majestic Alicorn is our ultimate version of the loyal steed of She-Ra. Complete with swappable head and removable armor, and with foldable, removable, fully articulated wings, our mighty Swiftwind is perfect for display no matter what your setup. This is absolutely amazing. Huge shout out to the team who worked on this. Emiliano Santolucia, Mark Bristow, who's an incredible painter, May Thamtarana, the great Tommy Hodges himself, and of course, Tracy Ching, in freaking incredible. Guys, let's take a closer look at Swiftwind. There he is. Oh my goodness, everybody. I've been waiting so long for Swiftwind to be in this line. After we got Battlecat, I knew that there was a chance. And now seeing him in person at San Diego Comic-Con, and now in these wonderful photos by Raul Barrero and his team, this is absolutely stunning. Look at that gigantic wingspan, very much in line with what was available for Scaremare. And these two are definitely in on this wonderful design. As soon as Scaremare came onto the scene, I knew that Swiftwind wasn't too far behind. I love the red mane. I love the stark white body. And of course, that wonderful headdress along with the unicorn horn, the new shin pads in the front, the stirrups, the actual saddle itself. He even has an actual, it's a blanket. I think that's what it is. It's actually a blanket to protect him or make him more comfortable, as the saddle can be very, very uncomfortable for horses, I'm guessing. He also has a crest on the front of his chest, along with some reins, which, to be perfectly honest with you, is interesting, and we'll get to that in a little bit. His overall his overall setup also includes the saddle going from the front to the back, and of course he has his wonderful tail and looks absolutely stunning, in freaking incredible. Swiftwind looks exactly like he did in the cartoon. The wonderful mask is just so reminiscent of how he looked in the Filmation cartoon itself, but also harkens back to the actual toy, which was created by Mattel. The color scheme is obviously different, but he looks so good in this iteration. I love it. That front chest armor, so reminiscent of the cartoon as well as the colors of his wings, in freaking insane. The saddle is so well detailed, and I am hard pressed to remember what the actual saddle of Swiftwind actually looks like, but I love the way Mondo has actually given their own flair to it, as they always do, and it looks stunning. I really do love the amount of detail they put into every little bit of heraldry here on the saddle itself. There's even some nods to some of the history of Swiftwind, probably as a loyal steed of the royal house for so many years. Amazing. Swiftwind does look incredible. And again, that headdress is actually reminiscent of the original toy in its overall look. The cartoon edition, as we'll see a little later on, is much more simplified and doesn't have nearly as many ornate details as this one does. But I love both of them just the same. They look absolutely stunning. Swiftwind looks incredible, and the wings, the way they articulate, are so inspired. I love the fact that they can fold over twice in order to actually give that wonderful tucked in appearance, but then can be spread out for that wonderful, majestic flight, literally spread them out as if they're in full high speed mode, if you will. It looks amazing. And of course, those new shin pads, those are quite inspired, very much in the same style as Battle Cat, who also has now new front shin pads as well. It's amazing. His wingspan is impressive. When they're finally fully folded out, you can really see just how big and how tall Swiftwind is. There's a measurement at the end which we can see, and I do believe it is quite the wingspan from top to bottom. But don't forget that removing all of Swiftwind's armor and even his wings, and then you can actually use these little plug details to actually complete the look for Spirit. That's right, Spirit, Adora's loyal steed, is here. Oh, Spirit looks amazing, and look, who's that in the background? Is that Lookie? It is Lookie, but he's not the chase. Unfortunately, he is not the chase. But look at this gorgeous stallion. Oh my goodness. Absolutely incredible. The way this horse has been designed from the top down is just inspired, and of course, would fit in with multiple 1/6 scale figures if you so happen to have them. And I just got to tell you, this is an incredibly, incredibly beautiful horse from the top down. There they are, Scaremare and Swiftwind. This is where it began, everybody, and this is where we are today. They look absolutely brilliant. I am in love with both of these figures, creatures, horses. They just look so good. You know, the Lord of Horses of the Undead, and of course the Lord of Unicorns, as he appears here. This is just gorgeous. Bravo to anybody who actually has both, who will eventually own both of these. They are absolutely inspired. They do look so good together, and the fact that Scaremare is female and Swiftwind is, of course, a male, really does give you the two opposing sides of these, one for the dark, one for the light, but at the same time, they do have a kinship in some regard, and it is just amazing to see them both sharing the same space here with Mondo's wonderful photography from the great Raul Barrero and his team. I love it. We even see some juxtaposition here where wherever Swiftwind seems to tread, the grass continues to flow, whereas Scaremare just seems to bring the fire and the decay. It's crazy to think of that. Amazing. In freaking incredible, Swiftwind stands at a full 15 inches tall, and his wingspan is a full 54 inches from tip to tip. This is an incredible piece of work, and I can't wait until we get this to our collections. He comes with everything that you see here, as we've covered already: the saddle, the reins, the actual full saddle, which attaches to the breastplate, the blanket, the wings, the headdress, the spirit's head, the actual front plate, and the two shin pads. This is absolutely She-Ra, the Princess of Power. She will be up for pre-order starting tomorrow for $260 USD. This is the timed edition. But unfortunately, we have to remind everybody that this item is subject to a tariff surcharge for US customers. That will probably be reflected on checkout, and that is something to make note of. Celebrating the 40th anniversary of Princess of Power with She-Ra, the deluxe 1/6 scale figure. Fully redesigned from head to toe, this brand new release is for our ultimate version of the most powerful woman in the universe, complete with swappable portraits, weapons, shields, and swords, as well as an amazing Easter eggs like the 1/6 scale cowl and Red Eye figures. Freaking incredible. Huge shout out to the entire team who worked on this. Artist Chie Izumi McNaught, Emiliano Santolicia, Esther Sancadunas, Mark Bristow, May Tantarana, and Tracy Ching. Let's have a look at the most powerful woman in the universe. There she is. And honestly, I'm super happy and excited that they gave her this wonderful smiling portrait. Oh my goodness. This is truly inspired. I love the way she looks here. So happy, so full of life. And of course, very reminiscent of the Princess of Power in the cartoon. She just had this wonderful, innocent nature about her. And I really do love the fact that they took the time to make this. As far as I know, she's one of the only smiling figures in the line, at least with this type of radiant smile. And it's absolutely inspired. This, of course, is her look from the Filmation cartoon. She even has her choker, but this one is just beautiful. Her choker does have this new pearl in the middle, though. I'm curious about that. It does seem to add to that heraldry. But you can see that her bodice is very much designed for the Filmation look. And of course, her overall appearance, including her skirt, is very much in the Filmation style, celebrating the 40th anniversary. In the background, we do see Red Eye just spying on She-Ra as she walks through the plains of Etheria. Of course, you cannot be fooled by that radiant smile. If not given any choices, she will fight, and ferociously at that. She, of course, embodies an overall Amazonian nature, and she looks absolutely thrilling here with her new power sword and her sword to shield. Absolutely amazing. Now, it is interesting to note that she does come with several swords, but one of them actually is missing, in my opinion. But she looks amazing. Here we have She-Ra calling down the honor of Grayskull in front of Grayskull itself. And of course, this is such an iconic look for She-Ra, holding her sword aloft, her hair whipping in the wind, of course, radiating energy. And this is one which I honestly would have preferred if she actually had her smiling face, but I do understand why they did this exactly the way she looked when she was transforming. It looks so majestic, so regal, but so powerful at the same time. Freaking incredible. Here we have just a casual moment between brother and sister discussing the differences in their power swords. He-Man seems to be holding the sword of protection, asking questions about what its powers are. I mean, after all, She-Ra has multiple powers that involve the sword to shield, sword to rope, sword to pretty much anything you wanted. It really was an incredible power that she held. But her most important power was that of justice, truth, and of course, kindness. She is the embodiment of the royal family of Eternia. She-Ra, of course, comes with 2 additional looks, including her more toyetic version, which I love. We can see here that she has a brand new headdress, which actually can be turned upside down, revealing the fact that it is very much in the style of the original toy, acting as an actual mask. The front of her bodice is now turned into the very iconic version of She-Ra as a toy, and she even has new shoulder pauldrons to reflect that as well. And she has a new skirt as well as a front, almost like a belt piece, sash, if you will, and it's translucent in its overall appearance. Even the tiara she has on is actually quite translucent. I love it. She's also holding The sword and shield, which did come with She-Ra proper in the original toyetic version, and I love the fact that these have been included, really harkening back to the history of She-Ra, the Princess of Power. Here she is with her toyetic version of Cal, and he looks amazing. This is the way Cal was actually colored in the toy. As we know, Filmation recolored him for a more, I guess, wiser look. But it's still great to see this as a nod to the history of the Princess of Power, wonderfully capturing the 40th anniversary of She-Ra. And as I said before, Mondo is really picking up where Mattel really has dropped the ball, and it's amazing. Again, I love that smiling portrait. It really is befitting the royal family, and of course, She-Ra, the most powerful woman in the universe. But the third look, which is pretty impressive in itself, is of course Bubble Power She-Ra. Oh my God, she looks absolutely stunning with this wonderful pink overlay on all of her armor, as well as this new armor set, which comes uh, over her actual toyetic version, and it looks so good. I have to say, I never actually collected the She-Ra line, but looking at the history of She-Ra and what this was to fans, it really is a wonderful nod to the history of the Princess of Power. She even is included with her bubble weapon, which actually, at talking to everyone at the booth, it appears that this bubble weapon is actually functional. Aaron actually told me that if you blow on it just right, it will actually spin and create bubbles. Take that as you will, everybody. I thought that was amazing. But she looks stunning in this new outfit. Here she is, and she does come with the special sword that did come with Bubble Power She-Ra. And of course, the new cape, which is more of a gold version of our cape. And I am really excited at this version of She-Ra being included in the special 40th anniversary edition. There she is, blowing those bubbles, and she looks totally ferocious here, really giving all of her energy towards protecting Etheria. However, I do have to say that if you're looking to pick up both of these figures, you have to really figure out how to put that money aside, because this one is not going to come cheap. But it is a wonderful nod for the 40th anniversary of She-Ra, bar none. Her toyetic look really is quite stunning, and I'm super excited that she comes in three very distinctive looks. Obviously, the toy version, both toy versions, if you think about it, this is actually based on the actual toy, and she looks glorious. And of course, the Filmation version looks just as good, but I am really enamored by this overall appearance, the way she looks here. So happy, so full of life. And again, like I said, very kind in her overall appearance. Here we see the actual tiara turned upside down, exactly as it used to be able to do in the original toy version. She does really embody the overall look of She-Ra as it was in the toy. And honestly, in many ways, I think that this version looks so superhero-like. And I think a lot of people are going to use this as their main head because it looks really, really good. But I am, of course, Filmation first, and I really do love this new design for She-Ra. Bravo to the entire team. This is a wonderful triumph, and I'm so happy that we're going to be able to get this version of She-Ra into our collection exactly like this. And now we're getting two chances to get it, not only in the Mondo edition, but also with the Cartoon Collection She-Ra coming soon from Mattel. Finally, giving She-Ra the respect she's due on her birthday, celebrating the 40th anniversary of this wonderful character. She-Ra is amazing, and of course, she does come with a host of different accessories, including cowl and red eye. This timed edition really is stacked full of different accessories, and I'm really, really grateful that this is something that's coming to the Mondo universe. As I found out, is something that they're actually building as a wonderful nod to all of these wonderful properties. Huge shout out to the Mondo team. I'm really excited about what we can expect going forward. The bubble weapon, the bubble thrower, I'm not sure what exactly it is, but I would love the way it's been overall designed. You can see the top piece actually has a translucent appearance to it. You can actually see how the mechanism works. And as I said, according to Aaron and many members on the team, if you use it properly, the bubbles will actually shoot out of the of the weapon itself and really give that appearance that it's actually fire. And the three swords, and it's interesting to say this, but none of these are Filmation swords. The one Filmation sword has already been included with the original release of She-Ra. So, ironically, if you want to get that sword, you have to have already purchased the previous version of She-Ra. However, this new Mondo version of the Sword of Power, and the Sword of Protection, my apologies, definitely does look and fit the part. So I don't think you'd go wrong either which way. As well as the other two sword of protections, very specific to each toy. And she stands at a full 11.5 inches tall and comes with everything that you see here, cowl and red eye. This is an absolutely incredible pack out, and I can't wait until we add this to our collection, everybody. As I said earlier, it does come in 3 different variations, and you can even save a lot of money and actually get a chance to pick up a very special edition, as this one comes with a host of accessories that were not included with either of the 2 separate versions. This one, though, is not cheap at $795 USD, which is also subject to a tariff surcharge. This one is going to be quite the pricey addition to your collection. The available for a limited time, this amazing bundle includes She-Ra, Deluxe Swiftwind, and 1/6 scale timed editions, plus an exclusive She-Ra and Swiftwind Glycee print featuring Tracy Ching's beautiful Swiftwind box art. But that's not all. This timed edition bundle also features an exclusive accessory, including classic Swiftwind mask and magnetic chest pieces, plus Swifty's baby and Lukey minifigures. Also, you should watch out because they've hidden bonus Lukey clear rainbow variants on selected bundles. These are chase figures. You never know what you might find one. This is crazy. This edition comes with this signature print, as mentioned earlier. A wonderful piece of artwork, just absolutely inspired. But it also comes with a number of different accessories, which are not included with any of the other separate figures, including a Filmation version of Swiftwind's head. Absolutely amazing. The Filmation chest piece, which again is a wonderful inclusion. Swiftwind's child, as well as Lukey figures, and one of them, somewhere, a few very lucky people will be receiving a clear version chase figure of Lukey in freaking incredible. This is just a wonderful picture here. Oh my goodness. Battle Cat and He-Man. Seriously, just having a small stroll with Swiftwind and She-Ra. I love it. Guys, not too long now. In just over 12 hours, we're probably going to see the addition of She-Ra, Princess of Power, and Swiftwind coming to our grubby little hands for pre-orders. This is absolutely insane, everybody. For the honor of Grayskull. I gotta tell you guys, I am absolutely thrilled with the fact that She-Ra's coming into the Mondoverse. I think we're gonna call it that from now on. I do believe actually that Hector coined that phrase somewhere. It doesn't come cheap though. I mean, at $795 for the full pack out, including that wonderful print, it is quite the hefty ask. However, it should be noted that it's $65 in savings for the bundle itself, and you get Lukey, you get the Swiftwind's child, as well as the print, and possibly even a chance at a chase figure. That is quite the value there. Now, it should be noted, as it is unfortunate, but these do come with tariff surcharges for anybody living in the United States. So once you hit checkout, you'll probably see another small shock, and that is something to be considered. It should also be noted that that's not in Mondo's control. There's really nothing that anyone can do about this, and I really sincerely hope that these tariffs won't end up going up any higher, or that everyone will come to the table and figure something out sooner rather than later, because these tariffs are really killing us. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. What are your thoughts about Swiftwind and She-Ra finally entering the Mondoverse and this wonderful pack out in 3 different options on how to purchase them? Let me know those comments in the comment section below, guys. Toy news continues in 2025, everybody, and the Master Universe isn't done yet. As a matter of fact, the 2000X line is not only going to Mondo, but it's also going to Mattel proper, as they have announced the Cartoon Collection 2000X Master Universe figures. 3 different waves are coming out. I have an entire video which you can check out right here. I'll see you guys there. Hope you're all doing well, staying safe, and as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. For the honor of Grayskull, everyone, She-Ra is finally celebrating her 40th anniversary in style, thanks to Mondo. Good journey, everybody. Keep proud.